Hi ladies, it's Erin and welcome back to my channel. So I'm trying something a little different with this setup today. I've actually purchased a new lens. You all know I take my own pictures, my blog pictures, and also I shoot my own videos. So I thought it was a worthwhile investment to upgrade, and I'm just giving it a whirl. So it should be really clear, like super clear, hopefully. And hopefully the autofocus doesn't go bananas, because that would really make my life so much easier. I can't even tell you how many times I've recorded videos that are completely blurry and then had to redo them. So if it works. Okay, clear the frog. What I do want to share with you guys today is something that you all have been asking about. I've been talking about it for a while and I'm finally getting around to shooting it, but I want to talk about Ultherapy. It's a new treatment, FDA approved. It's ultrasound therapy to treat skin texture and also to try and lift without obviously surgery. It's non-invasive. So they just use a basically what looks like a wand with some gel on your face, and then they go through your whole face. They deliver the ultrasound to the deeper layers of the skin, and those are the layers that typically you can only reach through surgery. So they reach those deep layers of the skin and stimulate growth deep in the skin so that your skin is naturally creating new collagen. And so the overall result is supposed to be skin that is plumper, skin that is firmer, has a nicer texture, less wrinkles. And then also the biggest draw of this treatment is the lifting properties. So for a lot of people, it can get rid of this little turkey neck here or double chin. And it can also do, lifting of the hooded eye. So I was contacted by a PR company and they asked if I wanted to try the treatment, and obviously with a local doctor. Her name is Dr. Vivian Bukai. She's lovely. She has this really cool, great story. She's a real go-getter. It's my kind of girl. Like, she's an entrepreneur. She's extremely smart. Obviously, she is a doctor and very good in her field. So I really have such respect for her and really enjoyed meeting her and her team. So I was excited to try it because I'm just one of those people that I don't, I'm not going to go overboard, but I also don't want to age gracefully. I want to kind of fight it a little bit and preserve what I can while I can. And I do believe in preventative treatments, little things here and there that can really help you down the road. I think that, if I can find something that's going to be a minor adjustment that's going to make me feel a little bit better, a little more youthful, or make my skin look better, I'm definitely going to try it. It depends a lot on your personality and what your comfort level is. You may be in the camp of, I'm just going to let Mother Nature take its course and use great skincare and stay out of the sun, and that is a wonderful, wonderful route to go. I try to do that, take care of myself in terms of exercise and diet, and also try to stay out of the sun kind of as much as I can, wear sunscreen and that sort of thing. But I also like to do these little anti-aging treatments because, again, I just want to do the things that I can do to stay youthful as long as I can. So I jumped at the chance to try it, and I had pretty much no clue going into it what it was going to be like. A couple people had said it was painful, but I was like, I've got a pretty good pain threshold. So let me just talk a little bit first about the pain level. I wish that going in I had maybe taken a pain pill or something, because I did find it to be quite painful and uncomfortable. And I know that like during the procedure my palms were sweating, and I wanted to get out of there as quickly as I could. So it wasn't great. The pain level was not great. That's what I'm going to say about that. Like on a pain scale from 1 to 10, probably 7, 6, 7, I would say. Okay, so painful. Take medicine ahead of time, or ask your doctor for pain medicine before the procedure would be my strong recommendation. It takes between 60 minutes to 90 minutes, or an hour and a half. It took me every bit of an hour and a half to do the full face and the neck. The results are very slow it takes a while to get results. So when I took my after pictures, it was a little over 3 months after the treatment. They say you can see results in 2 to 3 months. The results are so subtle and it's so slow that it's hard for you to notice on a day-to-day basis. Like the same with your kids, like growing up. You don't notice that your kids are growing on a daily basis, and then all of a sudden you're like looking back at a picture and you're like, holy cow, like she got so much taller, or he got so much bigger. Their face changed, they look so much more grown up. That's kind of what this is like. You don't really notice it on a daily basis, and then all of a sudden one day you look back at a picture and you're like, wow, my skin looks a little more plump and my chin looks a little bit more taut. So let's talk a little bit about the before and the after. So the first before and the after I want to show you is a side profile one, because my biggest concern really was this little turkey neck. Now, did I have something exaggerated there? Absolutely not. It was very subtle, very small, but just appeared one day. I'm like, all of a sudden, there it is, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're above a certain age, you know what I'm talking about. So that was kind of my main deal. I really wanted that to go down, and I would say that definitively it has. Is it gone, and is it totally just not even there anymore? No, absolutely not. It's a very subtle change. It's a very subtle improvement. Like we're talking centimeters of improvement, okay? As you can see in the photo, like it's not drastic, it's very subtle. Here's the other side profile from the opposite angle. And again, you can see that there is a little bit of a difference. The biggest difference is that the skin is just tighter. It's not so much that the turkey neck went totally away. It's that the skin is tighter against it. So it just gives you more of a defined chin and neck. I would say that's the coolest result. And then you can really see the difference in the chin the best from the front angle. And you can see definitively after 3 months after picture that it really is gone from the front view. Like it was there visible before, and now it's just poof, it's gone. So I do think it's tightened and pulled the skin here. And I do think that the turkey neck has gone down, I would say like centimeters, not inches, centimeters. There weren't inches there to begin with. So it's a very subtle distinction, but it's for sure it's there. I don't notice anything in the eye area. I don't notice that it lifted at all. I don't notice that my hooded eyes lifted at all, and I don't notice that this lifted at all. What I do notice is that my skin here on my face is a little bit fuller. It's a little bit more plump, like youthful plump, like you got shot up with some filler in here. That I think has been one thing that I for sure have noticed just with the naked eye, that it looks a little bit more plump here in the cheeks. I wanted to tell you guys I haven't had Botox in a while, so you know, Botox can kind of raise this up a little bit, but I purposely did that because I wanted to see like what the actual results are, if there was any lift here. I wanted to see that for sure. As I said, I don't really notice any lift here. I don't really notice any lift here, just the difference here in the chin, the skin being tighter and just tighter and just smaller for sure. So let's recap for a minute. So basically you go in, you need to take some pain medicine beforehand, or ask your doctor about taking pain medicine. The treatment, they use the wand and they wand it over your face and neck. That takes anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. There's no downtime. Like my face looked a little bit pink afterwards, but I always look pink. So I really would say no downtime. You can put makeup on immediately afterwards. Now, if you take the pain pill, you obviously have to have somebody pick you up. I did not take the pain pill, so I just drove myself, no big deal. The changes, the results that happen as a result of the treatment are very subtle, and they happen over a very gradual period of time. You can expect at least 2 to 3 months before you notice anything. And they say that the results do continue, so they want me to come back in for a 6-month follow-up too, so I'll let you know at the 6th month if there are any changes there. Now let's talk about the expense of it. So my treatment was comped because I was doing a review of it, and that was wonderful, and I'm really appreciative that they comped the treatment. It's anywhere from $1,800 to $4,000. So the $4,000 would cover upper face, lower face, neck, and then, you know, if you do areas, then it gets less expensive from there. I did ask her very specifically if you just wanted to do eye area, because I was thinking about maybe going back and just doing the eyes, and she said that was $500. So it's not cheap. It's an expensive treatment, and I think that if your concern is this part of your face, this is a really promising treatment. I think this is the only thing that we've seen that would really do anything about that area. You know, is it making any notable improvement in my skin texture? Nah, not really. Is it, am I noticing it's a little plumper? Yes, definitely. And that, again, that was part of the deal. Like, the ultrasound is supposed to stimulate that lower tissue so that you do produce more collagen, and when you're younger you definitely have more fullness in your face. So I would say that's definitely a huge plus. So I've noticed the fullness, the tightness here, the turkey neck a little bit smaller, and yeah, those are my results. So would I recommend you get the treatment done? Which I know you guys will ask me. I think if you have a problem here, I would. And just do your neck. That's what I would recommend. Does that answer the question? I think it does. Okay, and if you're in San Antonio, make sure you go check out Dr. Bukai. Go visit her, because she's really a terrific woman, very inspiring, has a great story, very good at what she does, very professional. So that is it in a nutshell. Let me know if you guys have any additional questions. I'm sure there are going to be some, but I think we've covered the W's: who, what, where, when, why. We covered all the W's. So I think we've covered it. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you think of the new setup too, with a new lens. I will see you next time. Bye.